Hi, I'm Brina.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And we're Mighty Moms to Owen and Tad, who are both on the autism spectrum.
We're going to share real, honest content and experiences
about what it's like to be a mom of a kiddo on the autism spectrum.
Between the two of us, there is nothing we haven't experienced.
We don't hold back, and neither should you.
Here we go.
Welcome to Mighty Moms Podcast, Season 3, Episode 2.
That's right. We're here today with an influencer for autism, and she founded T4autism.org, and her name is Shannon Lowe, Derrick, and she has, if you know her off Instagram and social media, her cute, handsome son, Thomas, and Cubby, and his little love relationship with Sophia. That is so sweet to see that he has a love at 21. That's so sweet.
I love that.
Thank you so much. So today, Shannon, if you'll just start with us and share a little bit about Cubby and
oh my gosh,
that first diagnosis, and let's just kind of go from there.
Yeah, thank you both for having me on. Thank you so much. We are so excited. Mighty Moms, thank you what you're doing in the community. You're shining your light on us. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thomas is 21. We're in Fort Worth, Texas. My background real quick, I was a teacher for 15 years and I taught science. And before I was a teacher, I volunteered in my city. I was part of the junior league 5 years. So I was out in the city volunteering with our group there in the junior league. And that really gave me more insight about the city. After I left junior league, I became a teacher, and then I taught Title I school. And while I was teaching, I was that mom. I was married, and then I went through a divorce. And then through the divorce, my students watched that because they could relate. My mom's a single mom too, Miss Lowe. My mom is but they also learned profound autism. So Thomas, he's now 21. He was diagnosed when he was 2 with autism. So that's around 2008. And then we received the diagnosis of profound autism years later. And I was quiet. I was numb. So for those new moms, let's go there. Let's talk about the new moms. Being that new mother, you're pregnant, and this was my first pregnancy. I'm stoked. I'm excited. I know where he's going to school. I'm having everything monogrammed. Everything is pristine. Everything is perfect. My mom group is established. I've been on the wait list at Kinderplots, which was a major thing here in Fort Worth. And, his dad is Judge Lowe. And my life was very... And so here I am walking around with this swag, this energy. And the baby shower was huge and massive. We had a massive turnout. This was my first child and his first child. And after we got the diagnosis, we have a great pregnancy. We have a great delivery. We didn't have any hiccups. And we're in Mommy's Day Out. We're at the church.
Yeah.
And the church says there's something wrong with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not napping. He's running all over. He's not doing circle time. He's walking on his toes. He's slapping. He's not responding to his name.
Mm-hmm.
We're having outbursts. Can you come get him? Can you come get him? Can you come get him? So that's when that started. And notice I said it started. And now that I'm speaking about this, it started in the church. The first kick out was the church.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, golly. Dang.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? I think we've all kind of experienced that to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
Dee Dee actually started a ministry in her church, and it's called Light of Mine. And it's so people can bring their kids to church and get church themselves, And so I think it's so important for the church to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it that you did that. And as an autism mom, you saw that need. It would be incredible if people who didn't have neurodivergent kids saw that need and said, you know what, wait, let me do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
let me do that so you can come drop off your kid and you get church too. Because I think that is such a huge thing. Like I've even thought, if someone started a church that was like just for, I mean, you know, not turning people away, but this church is for parents and kids with autism,
Families with autism.
families with autism to come, and your kid can stay in here. Your kid can
Right.
film. Your kid can do whatever.
And let me say this. You just said something, but you gave a pause. You said, we can't, we're not going to turn anyone away. No, we have to turn some people away in
'Cause they
order
won't get
to
it.
do what we got to do,
Yeah.
in order to serve this community. And
Yeah.
that's the part of when it comes to autism, especially profound autism, people want to constantly try to bring this group and mix it with other. This is a unique group.
Yeah.
So yes, we are turning people away. It doesn't mean we do not empathize,
Yeah.
but it does mean we understand the assignment. This is for this particular group.
Yeah.
This particular group needs this type of anointing. This particular group needs this type of support. And if you're mad about that,
Bye.
I mean, honestly, because do you really want to be invited to this party?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Be thankful you don't have the invitation to this party.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You're on the giving end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're on the
I love
end
that.
of like, oh my God, I don't got a ticket to that party. And thank God I don't.
Yeah.
Right. I can go to regular service.
Yeah.
I can go to the neurotypical service.
I'm not kidding. And they don't want a ticket to that party. They empathize like, I don't know how you do it. I'm praying for you. You're such a good mom.
Yeah, you're so right. But also I do see the other end of it. And our students in our ministry are profound. They're not high functioning. And well, I mean, some to a degree are, but they all have challenges of their own.
Yeah.
But our volunteers, I have 20 volunteers that we rotate. Nothing to do. They don't have children on the spectrum. They don't. These are just people that just have a passion to want to serve these families. And I feel like that just them being a part of the ministry has given them such a huge awareness of profound autism, and they're sharing that with others in their classes. And I've got more people coming, hey, I don't know how I can help, but I want to learn. I want to know how to help these families. And so in itself is a ministry, not only to our families with the needs, but it's a ministry to those who know nothing about it and they're learning about it.
That's so true.
And
And I think there are so many people, and I know we've experienced this in our church, like there are so many people that want to help, but they don't know what to do. And as we advocate and as we, celebrate autism awareness, not just in April, but all year, if you're my friend, the most important topic that you're going to see in my newsfeed is about autism. It's about elopement. It's about, all these things that profound people, family members have to go through. And so I think just like knowing that people want to help but they don't know what to do is huge too. But at the same time, like if you care, like do some research.
Yeah.
Like if
That
you
part.
really, but I love that. So my question about when he got his diagnosis, and when you're talking about the baby shower and all that.
Yeah, that was like
that is because that was me. Like Owen wasn't my first, he was my second, but my first was neurotypical, and I do this because he got diagnosed last year at 17 or 16. Wow. With level 1, he drives, and you wouldn't even really know. It's just some like emotional needs that we realized over the years, and the more we learned about autism with Owen, then we knew to have it like looked in for him. But I did that too. Dee Dee did it too. The baby shower, the monogramming, all the things, and I know how devastating, and there's really just not another way to say it.
It's
Um,
devastating. It's devastating. Everybody
devastating.
shows up for that. Everybody shows up for the celebration until they
Yeah.
realize there's something wrong with this baby.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then they fall back. You
Yeah.
are not invited. They fall back. The text slow down. People inviting you to the party slow down. You know, it's just too much.
And
And
then
that's
you really don't want to go anyway, but you still want to be invited.
yeah, going is like being butchered. Because
It
you're
is.
sitting there and
It's torture for everybody.
I'm seeing Thomas play literally in dirt, back and forth. And all the other kids are talking, engaging with one another, fighting with one another, talking to their mom, and their mom is taking pictures and saying, do it again. And the moms are in their little group, and you're dying.
Yeah. Yes.
You're dying. You're
Inside,
sitting there and you're like,
inside.
why? Oh my
And
God.
you're dying emotionally, and you're also just like overwhelmed. You know, just you're like, oh my gosh, I hope that they don't bite anyone. I hope that they don't like even alter
Eat
like
any of those rocks.
yeah.
Choke on 'em.
Owen has pica. Like he'll pick up something and put it in his mouth, and you know other people are just like, why does he do? You know, like they may not say it,
Yeah.
but they're thinking, why does he do that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't
It's
know,
not a
Karen,
fun
I wish
moment.
I knew.
It's not, nothing about it is fun. You're dying, you know, and
Yeah.
then you're explaining why you're dying. Like
Yeah.
you're dying because you're watching, like, oh my God, my
Oh.
kid got real issues. And then you're trying to explain the issue, but you don't even understand the issue. It's the
My
most
favorite,
bizarre thing.
my favorite thing is just like, oh, he'll be fine. Just let him play with the
Yeah.
other kids.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
no, ma'am, he will not. He will be
Yeah.
in your cabinets,
Right.
you know, your dog food. Like,
Wow.
oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, wow. And for the
Okay.
mothers that they have it on that level, the mothers that are listening and you're like, oh my God. And you're just, you know, you're dying hearing it. You're in it. You're in it. You know, I'm in it 2 decades, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
you know, you have, you know, Tad's 19 and you have Owen, that's 10. You know, we've been in it for a decade, 2 decades.
Yeah.
And for that new mother, you're listening, but let us inspire you.
Yeah.
Get behind Mighty Moms. Get behind them because they're doing the work for you. They're doing the work for you. As you're sitting here crying and worried, they're ahead of the game. They're shining a light on it so that by the time you get to where they are, there's real work. There's real progress. You just heard what she said about the church. You just heard what she said about you can come. We trying to understand it. We ain't perfect, but we are figuring this thing out quickly.
Yeah.
And we have other members at the church saying, I'll learn me. Send me, Lord. Send me, God.
Yeah.
And they come in shy and they don't understand the grunts. They don't understand what you said, eating the dog food. They're like, what in the world? But they stay and God begins to bring it to their heart. And they're like, I'm not going anywhere. These are my kids. These are my babies. So that's why for the mother that is listening, the work is being done. And it's being done with a boldness that's necessary for the times we're living in. So be encouraged. That's what I want. I don't want you crying in the car. I don't want you worried, young mamas. I don't want you feeling alone. I want you to know there's real women. There's real women in your community that got you. They know this arena. They know how to navigate it. They know how to help you. They know how to be a support system. You need to link up with that group. Your mom group, the ones that you started with, baby, you started with them, but you're not going to finish with them. I always say that. That's not your group. That's not your tribe. You got to link up with real women because you are in a fight. That's what this is. This is nothing cute. This will challenge your faith. It's going to challenge your marriage. It's going to challenge your finances. So if you link up at this young age, and for the young mother, I'll also throw this at you. You need to find you a veteran mama. Sit at the tables with the veterans.
That's what I did.
She's gonna make me start crying.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how Mighty Moms did that. They giving you the blueprint. They giving you the blueprint.
That's the
So
goal.
link up.
Thank
You cannot. Notice when God sent his disciples out, he didn't say, hey, look, Shan, you go. No, he did not. He linked me up with real women. He puts you in pairs because it lines up with his word. Remember, he says where there's two or more, he didn't complicate it. He didn't make it difficult. He didn't say, hey, look, I need you to go find 10 women and 12 disciples. No. He kept it simple. Find one. If you can find one, there's power in that. So link up.
I mean, you were taking us to church and I'm loving it.
What y'all are doing is the model.
Thank you.
And the mothers that are listening, stay plugged in. When your heart is heavy, watch the episodes.
Yeah.
It's safety there.
And you know, we had Mighty Moms coffee break around in our community, and I just feel like a lot of moms are not taking that step and that courage to just go have coffee with us. And if it's nothing, I mean, we can come in your pajamas. We don't care.
We come
in our leggings, you know, just relax. We're going to buy you coffee. We're going to talk to you. You can say whatever you want to say. We don't have no judgment. We've been there. And I just know in my time, I was alone. I had nobody. I didn't even know what autism was. And I grieved alone. I mean, my husband did too. But I don't want any mom to feel, and that's how Brina said, we don't want moms to feel like we did.
And I think too, it's important to, like, I love everything that you've said about the podcast. I think has honestly just like shocked us because we don't, you know, we struggle with that confidence, you know, because we're not professional podcasters, you know, we're just two moms. But, and I will say this, like, what are we're getting near 40 podcasts altogether on YouTube or on all platforms. But there have been times when we did a podcast and we had it scheduled and we just
didn't want to do it.
We were lucky to just show up and be there because life was hard. Like, life was hard. Our kids, it was rough with our kids. It was rough with our marriage. It was rough with whatever. And just because we're, you know, we started a podcast and we have a cute, you know, sign
we spent some money on
that we spent our money,
Right.
you know, like
it's a fight. It's a fight. Yes.
A fight to be here. And I think that is just such a testament to the heart and the passion behind our podcast and why we do what we do. We know it isn't going to be perfect. We tried perfection when we first started, and we knew that we were like, okay, this is
that's not us
because I can't get this stressed out every time we have a podcast coming up.
No.
I tell
my team all the time, the moment we have confusion, the moment we stressed out, God ain't in it.
Right.
God is nowhere in that. We are having fun on our end. We're having so much fun. We're giggling. We're running around the house. We're screaming about who just sent us a DM or email. God says this work is real work.
Just asked us to be on their podcast.
No, I'm telling you, every time I got your response so quickly, by the way, I was like,
she texted
we hit it. We've got this. We've got the best mom coming on here, and she's going to bring this to life.
Let's go all day. And when I say all day, this is a massive undertaking. Massive. So when I'm talking to leaders, my talk now ain't even proper. Like, what you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, dude, Thomas is 21. Thomas is 20 freaking 1. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I am privileged enough to be able to sit under a tree and not have to go to a job and work. My situation is very different, and it's only by God's mercy. But he had us in a straight fight, a real fight, a mental battle, a mental battle. Part of our nonprofit, we focus on 4 pillars, and one of them is mental health. Mental health. That tap out is real.
Number one.
That tap out is like, I'm done with this. Where are you in this? And if you are a believer, God, he's like, golly, this is a bad woman. She got all kind of stuff on her right now, and she ain't folding. She's standing. She's a bad woman. She's bad. She's one of my generals. Do you understand?
Yes.
So he watches us worship. He watches us fight the good fight of faith. It's like an arena. And he stands up for us.
He
He
does.
stands for us. He's like, golly, you did that. And when we pass those tests that come, you know, I'm sure you said in your podcast, I've done things and we tried to do it certain kind of ways. Those are tests.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are you going to compromise?
Yeah.
You know, so stand true to the faith.
That's
You
right.
know, you speak that faith, you speak that name, you make it clear. You
Mm-hmm.
don't hide because this is a spiritual warfare. These women are under attack. And if you can get these mamas, you can get those babies.
That's right.
I do feel
I
like that.
100% believe that. We got it. I mean, Mighty Moms, I call any mom that has a child with a disability. I'm not saying just autism. I'm saying overall.
Absolutely. Overall.
They are mighty moms.
Yeah.
And they are there
Amen.
to be a warrior for their child. And that is our purpose. You have a purpose just right there, being a mom to that child and being their advocate, being their voice, being everything that they need. And for us to be that person, we've got to be strong in our faith. And those that aren't, don't know the Lord as their personal savior. I'm not using this as a church. I just don't know how you do it.
I don't either.
I just don't know how you do it because my faith has
They
gotten
don't do
me,
it. They don't
my
do it.
faith's gotten me through it all.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
and anybody wants to talk about that, I'm happy to have a conversation.
Mhm.
I'm happy to lead you to that.
You know, this is the thing. It's going to either, this whole diagnosis, mothers that are listening, mothers that are watching, T4 Autism, shout out to the AUC. I see you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to let you know right now, there's a lot of mothers, they are mad. They mad at God. A
Yeah.
lot of you cursed God. A lot of you got so mad about cleaning up that poop. You got mad about being attacked while you driving. You got mad about the fact that you're going through your third divorce. You mad because you can't work, so you broke. You mad. You got every right to be mad, baby. You got every right. You did not ask for this. You did not ask for this child. This was the cards you've been dealt with. So when I say we on the battlefield, okay, and he walks with us, he sees us. I want to remind the mothers, especially the single moms. You did this together. I get that. Like, we did this together, man, and you gone. Like, you really gone. Like, gone. Your family's not there. Your mama ain't there. Your brother, the uncles, everybody. And you controlling the narrative. God sees that, mama.
Yeah.
And so understand, he sees that situation, mama. Don't start fighting that man. Don't start. How come you ain't going to go see your kid? When you going to pick up your daughter? Oh my God, I need gas money. Why don't you come get these kids? I'm losing my mind. Baby, God has allowed his heart to be hardened.
Yeah. Yeah.
That man's not going to answer you. That man is going to frustrate you. And you got your eyes on that man as if he's the resource. He's not. Lift your head up. He's the resource.
I like that. And that's anything, honestly. Like, you know, we can't depend on any, I mean,
No, nobody but ourselves.
You have to look to God for your, you know,
Amen.
payment is needed. You know, really, you do.
Amen.
Not to totally, but you had said something earlier, and I was like, I want to know more about this. So you said you have a nonprofit.
Yeah, the T4 Autism.
And you were talking about it. So can you tell me, I started a nonprofit in 2021. That was my son that you just heard scream if you heard that.
What was your nonprofit? What was your nonprofit?
It's called the Owen Foundation. And so we started it. So my son Owen, he loves basketball or any kind of ball, but like he loves a basketball. And when you were talking about how, I already knew where my son was going to go to school before I had, like my husband's tall. I'm not short for a woman. And I loved basketball and always have. It's my favorite sport. It's the only sport really that I'll even sit and watch. And I like my oldest son is 6'4", and I'm like, okay. And he hates basketball. He plays the trombone. He plays the trombone and band. And and he's so
Kids
good.
He's
always
very
go their
good.
own way. Like,
He,
boy,
he
mama
is,
likes basketball.
yeah.
He's 6'4".
He's like, I had like these visions, right, of me like on the sidelines at the Dallas Mavericks on the second row behind the team because my baby was playing. And that didn't happen. But he is my oldest son. He's amazing. He's so smart and he's so compassionate and caring and just he's going to
Good
be an
job, Mama.
engineer. Like he says he's going to be an engineer, and I believe
Oh, I believe
because
it.
he's just so he's incredible, but he hates sports. And he's just not even interested in them like at all. Like so I'm like, okay, Owen's going to be my basketball player.
Owen,
And
you're up. You're
and
up,
so-
Owen.
And so he has always loved basketball. And so when I started the foundation, it was just this little idea, you know. I started it because I wanted there to be like a resource hub for our area, but also so we could do these sports camps for kids.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even sports with an S. It was just, I was just going to do a basketball camp every summer. And we did our first basketball camp and actually did like a 3-day thing, which was a huge mistake because it was overwhelming for everybody. And also there was such a need in our area that
It was huge.
that we had it at a local college, and there
Southeastern Oklahoma State University. You probably have heard of that.
maybe
We had it there
well
at the college.
we had it there, and so big, nice, huge arena type setting.
Good job.
And okay, and it was great, but like it took me like a week after to recover like my nerves.
Totally.
Because imagine
100 kids
80 to 100 kids with autism
per day
every day, all day,
in this big arena form.
bouncing a basketball.
Ooh,
And
I'm sensory overload. Sensory overload.
And we did 1-to-1. So there was like there was a
1-to-1, girl. It just keeps going.
so it was like not only did we have 100 kids out
We
there,
had 120,
volunteers,
probably 120, 130 volunteers.
and so this last year I think we finally got it right.
Congratulations. God bless y'all.
It was our fifth year.
Foundation.
Yeah, it was our 5th year to do it, and each year we've like made changes to make it less overstimulation, less just like. And so this last year, or this past summer, a few months ago, we did like 1 hour increments where the kid comes, but it's a small group of like 10, no more than 10 kids, and they still have their one-on-one person with them, and at the end they still get their certificate, their t-shirt, their basketball, and their medal. And the kids didn't even know any different. They just loved it. The parents were like, this is good.
Oh my God.
Because the other way was a lot. But I started that because Owen loved basketball. So it was for him, but it grew into this thing that now we do a basketball camp, a soccer camp, and a cheer camp. So
okay, we got to definitely talk about what that looks like.
Yeah,
I'm having a meeting with TCU head coach Sonny Dykes.
We can give you the ins and outs of the do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
So that right there has, girl, because I could walk in that meeting going, we're going to do a cheer camp. We're going to do because that's huge.
We'll be glad to help in any way, but
yeah, because for you to say, listen, we did it 5 years, we started off 3 days, and this, and then that, and look at that growth, and look at how you nurtured that garden. Look at how you stayed with it instead of saying, okay, we made it to the finish line. I'm out. I'm not doing it anymore.
And I'm not gonna lie, like there have been times where, because I also started an ABA company here in Durant, and it's called the Owen Academy. There have been times since I started this business that I'm like, Dee Dee and a few of the other people who serve on the board have literally did all the work for the camps, because I was just like, guys, I'm at max capacity right now.
But that's why you have a board. That's why you have a board of.
That's why you have a board.
A group of individuals. You shouldn't have to do it yourself.
Once we get there and I'm in the moment, I love it. And I love seeing the joy on everyone's faces. It's just like there is so much prep work, and that's what people don't understand when you run a nonprofit. One, typically not making, you're not getting paid. It's
No.
all volunteer time, which is fine. Like that's, my heart's in it. That's what I want to do it for. But like, it's a lot of hours that goes into planning those camps.
Getting the funding for the camp,
sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean,
business of all the logistics. There is so much planning that goes into those camps. And, we've never been shown anything but appreciation from parents and the community, but it is a lot. And funding is a lot. Like, getting sponsorships. And we just now applied for our first grant this year. So I hope we get that because I do hate begging for money, but we will if we have to.
No, yeah, you know what? And I get that. The first year, yeah.
So
tell us about T for Autism.
Your nonprofit.
T for Autism, it is a nonprofit, 501c3 here in Texas, all over. And excuse me, Chris just walked out and I'm distracted, baby. I'm distracted.
Okay.
Look, he walked off. He's like, oh my God, that's so, no. Came out here to make sure everything is still set up. So sweet. Thank you, honey.
I'm just surprised you're sitting out in the Texas heat.
You know, it's not hot up under this tree. There's a nice breeze. This is where I sit. This is where I do a lot of my work and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I love being out in nature. So T for Autism, the T stands for Thomas. The 4 stands, he's the 4th. So
yes, I remember you saying that. He's the 4th
generation. How crazy is that?
Oh.
And and then autism, of course, that's what we have. And we have our nonprofit. When you speak about a board, when you speak about fundraising, when you speak about scholarships and all of that, you want to make sure you surround yourself with the people that know how to navigate that arena. You want to surround yourself with board members that have sat on boards, and that will help you get there much faster.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's going to be learn as you go. Yeah. That means delay. And and for T4, we don't got time for delay.
Right.
We don't. We did that last year. We just tried to do it ourselves, as moms, as teachers. And it was the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
It was the most frustrating thing. So we brought on our executive director, and she's worked with nonprofits. And that got us where as far as organized, the notes and all of the paperwork and staying within, just all the rules of a nonprofit. Because I never ran a nonprofit. And here we are. And it's amazing how Owen brought that out of you.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I used to be, so my career was outside medical sales in my late 20s and the mortgage industry right before that. And then I actually owned a children's boutique. And so now, like, everything that I do is for autism,
Yeah.
So complete 180.
Yeah.
That's what our kids will do.
Yeah, for sure.
For the better, I feel like at times, you think it's like me having to quit my job to stay home with my son because he needs me full time. I knew I had to do it, but also I was leaving a career of 21 years that I worked hard for.
Yeah.
But over the last couple years, I'm like, I see, Lord, where you were going with this. I needed to be home. I needed out of that atmosphere, and I needed focus to be redirected on my son. And you just got to listen to the Lord. He'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah. And you know what? And the whole time he's pointing you in that direction, we kicking and screaming.
Yeah. We are.
We got, some of us got an attitude. Like, what in the world just happened? And I cannot, and oh my God, and I remember I was a teacher 15 years, and I love that because that gave me what my son couldn't give me. My students gave that to me, talking to them. How's your day? What's going on with you? Get out of the classroom. No, you didn't. Show up at their games, love on them, show up at their house. And I was a teacher at the same campus. So this was real family. It's like I taught your brother, I taught your sister, and I taught your other brother. So don't let me get Miss Rodriguez on the phone. So it was amazing. I had so much fun, and along the way, my students learned about profound autism. They love Thomas. They heard about Thomas. They asked about Thomas. And they went to school to work for kids like Thomas.
I love that.
You know, which is crazy. One of Thomas's teachers last year was one of my students.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So when like you said at your church, when you develop those spaces and you share the story, somebody's going to grab it and say, I will learn, I will work. And that's what I've noticed too. Platforms like this is necessary.
Yeah.
It is necessary. A lot of people that work in these arenas, they don't even have children with profound autism, but because you guys shared the stories of moms like me, they heard it and they're like, huh, I could do that. You know, the faith came by hearing. So you guys are serving this, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Well, thank you so much for, sharing your story on social media. Obviously, you have a huge following, and that's just going to continue to grow. And we're just so thankful that, like when we see your content, it just helps us just feel normal.
Yeah.
Because I
Thank
think
you.
as autism parents, and I hate to use that word, but it is like, it just makes us feel like we have a community, we have other families. And like you said earlier, and I've told Dee Dee, like just knowing that, Tad is older than Owen, I love that because like she's she's the mom that I look up to because she's already done everything that I'm doing now. And if it weren't for, her telling me about testing that she had done for Tad or supplements or all these things, I would be navigating that all by myself and like trying to figure that out all by myself. And there's no reason to do that when there are people who have done it before you. But we have to have this community like your social media platform or the Mighty Moms platform to connect with these other moms, parents, caregivers who have been down this road before us. And collect all that information. And some of it you're collecting and you're like, that doesn't apply to my son. But this part does, not everything that you collect in here is going to apply to, Owen.
That part.
But even still, I might be able to use that and pass it on to another mom, even if it wasn't something that I used for Owen.
Yeah. There's been a lot of times when we were like, oh, you need to meet. They'll tell us about their child or whatever and the struggles. I'm like, oh, you need to meet so and so. She just went through that, and it's like just word of mouth, and that's like those coffee breaks. That's what we talk about. Girl, I got somebody that has a wealth of knowledge, and it's not always us that has that knowledge, but we could be
very true.
We could be that middle person to like
very true. Very true. And our content, we got a lot of the AUC in our content, a lot on the comments. And if somebody throws something out, I used to go in and try to. I'm so proud of how the community, how they're beginning to understand and how they can handle those questions. And that shows the growth. That shows the growth of social media, shows the power of social media. And because of the growth, you have real leaders in the community paying attention.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely right.
So is there anything that we haven't asked you that you wanted to discuss today as far as, anything in your autism journey, anything that we haven't, I know we got off topic and didn't even get to our questions, but you
get to your questions. Let's go. We can get to the questions.
Well,
go for
you
it.
Answered a lot of
you already answered them, but we didn't have to. I was just
I love that. I love that.
And so you're such an inspiration, and I just want to say thank you from both Dee Dee and I to you for coming on to our podcast and blessing us as being our guest and
you're welcome. Thank you.
Sharing your experience and your testimony with us because that's invaluable. And there's no doubt that someone is going to see this and it's going to, just really just help them feel like, hey, I do have a community.
Amen.
And I love that. So I don't want to leave anything out. So we just want to make sure that if there's anything you wanted to mention that you didn't get to mention, and then we have one final question that we do ask all of our guests now.
Oh, I just, I want to leave everyone with this. Trust God.
Yeah.
And that is not just a cliche. You're listening to a woman that is be 49 this October. I have a son with profound autism. And on this journey, that's what every battle that we've crossed out of, that we won, it's only because of the prayers. I mean, I'm not kidding. The prayers and the tears in your car, just trust him. Trust him and show up. Show up for life. Show up.
Yeah.
Go to those meetings. Go to the coffee meetings. Tune in to Mighty Moms. Go to those safe spaces. Show up. Keep going. Don't stop. And do that. And that's really the key to navigating this. Because if you trust him, he will speak to you. If you trust him, he will show you where to go and how to navigate it. And you don't have to do it alone. You don't. And it's just a season. I know some of those seasons are hard. You're like, God, this one's hard. This is a hard time right now. And what you mentioned in the beginning, you said, showing up for the podcast. We were going through, we were in battles, we're just, life is lifing. Life is lifing. There's not an excuse. It's not a pity story. It's just what it is. And in those moments, we still got to just keep showing up.
Yeah. I love that.
Me too. I love that so much. So let's end on this question. What does being a mighty mom mean to you?
Being a mighty mom is a mom that keeps showing up. She's relentless. She's a lion. She go get it. She go get it. She go get it. She'll cry, but baby, she returning better. She gonna come back roaring. She has a war cry. She has a war cry. That's what a mighty mom is. She has a war cry, and you will hear her. She's not going to make any apologies for her delivery. Why? Because you're talking about her baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what a mighty mom is. She has a war cry, and it's necessary, and God put it in her so she can't be silenced.
I love it. I love it. Well, Shannon, thank you.
God bless you all.
Thank you so much for coming on. And you know what? You're not far away from us. I see us doing some things in the future together.
You may have to come down there and have Mighty Mom's coffee break.
Yes.
Oh, totally. We can do that. Let's do that. God bless y'all. We are here. We are fighting alongside of you. Stay encouraged. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Mighty Moms, we're signing off.
Connect with us on our Mighty Moms socials, submit your topic ideas, and share it all.
Follow us at Mighty Moms Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Also, visit our website at mightymomspodcast.com. And remember, together we are a worldwide cult of Mighty Moms.
The Mighty Moms Podcast is proudly sponsored by the Owen Academy, a pediatric ABA therapy center dedicated to serving children with autism and the families who love them. If you've recently received an autism diagnosis, or you've been walking this journey for years, you know how overwhelming it can feel. Finding the right support isn't just about therapy. It's about finding people who truly see your child, celebrate who they are, and partner with your family every step of the way. At the Owen Academy, our mission is to provide compassionate, evidence-based ABA therapy through our child-guided, play-inspired approach. We believe meaningful progress happens when children feel safe, understood, and excited to learn. Our team is committed to helping children build communication, independence, social and daily living skills while supporting parents with encouragement, education, and hope. If you're looking for an ABA provider that combines clinical excellence with genuine compassion, we'd love the opportunity to meet your family. Because every child deserves to reach their fullest potential, and no family should have to navigate this journey alone. The Owen Academy, child-guided, play-inspired ABA therapy for children with autism.
You fight battles most people will never see. Let us help you become strong enough to keep fighting. Whether you're just getting started or you're ready to take your health back, Redline is here to walk beside you every step of the way. Redline Functional Fitness, proudly supporting the Mighty Moms podcast because the strongest moms deserve to be strong too.
When life throws you a curveball, SNL Collision Center is here to help get you back on the road. At SNL Collision Center, they understand that accidents are stressful enough. Their team is committed to providing quality collision repair, honest service, and taking care of you every step of the way. So when you need a collision repair you can trust, remember SNL Collision Center, a proud sponsor of the Mighty Moms podcast.